So guys, we did it. We reached 250,000 subscribers. 250,000 subscribers and still growing. The fact that we've reached this number in such a short amount of time is just phenomenal. Thank you all so much. Today we're going to be watching one of the weirdest movies I've ever had the pleasure of coming across. Now, we've seen some pretty weird shit on this channel before, but nothing quite like this. I'm sure you've at least heard of Killer Bean before, because I am certainly not the first person to cover it, but I am probably the only one to do it 8 months after everyone else did. So there's that. That being said, we're just gonna get straight into it this time because I am very excited. I'm sure you're all well aware by now of the importance of the opening shot of a movie, as it's going to be the very first thing the audience sees, and for that reason, it is crucial that it's a perfect representation of what the rest of the journey will be like. So, of course, Killer Bean starts off like this. I don't think I've ever had anything completely win me over before in just 20 seconds. Already early on, we learn a very important detail about this film. The Beans do not wear pants. They wear clothes, all except for pants for some reason. So they just have their disgusting bean holes out on display. Ugh, why? This dance scene goes on for like a minute and a half. What a way to start your film, huh? It's sadly interrupted when someone calls one of the Beans to politely ask him to turn the music down. And I can't say I blame him, considering it's like the same 5 seconds of a song on repeat.
Can you turn down the music?
What? How's that? Is that much better?
Oh, he did not.
Hello? Beach?
I love this so much already. Oh shit, he's here!
When I don't get enough sleep, I get irritable. And you don't want to make me.
This whole thing could have ended there if that one guy didn't suck so much at aiming. We are only 3 minutes into this, and Killer Bean already has a body count of like 20 beans. He shoots them so hard that they turn into ragdolls. Killer Bean just shot up an entire warehouse in the first 5 minutes because the music was slightly too loud for him. John Wick? Huh? Never heard of him.
Do you know who my uncle is?
Yes, I do.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm so ready! Once the very eloquently designed credits are done, a detective goes to investigate the aftermath of Killer Bean's rampage. Their first clue as to who's responsible was the fact that every single one of the many bullet casings on the ground are engraved with Killer Bean's name. God damn it.
What do you make of this?
This guy's got balls, that's for sure.
Okay, this line already really bothers me because that suggests that Beans are supposed to have balls, but we've seen the entirety of their rear. So, what?
Oh, please, officer, don't hurt me. Vegan.
What? Vegan? Killer Bean wakes up in some random apartment and he's still complaining about the outside noise.
What the hell is going on out there?
Just as he's about to fucking assassinate the detective just for waking him up, he receives an encrypted call, which greets us with some very vague exposition that intentionally avoids naming anyone specific because it's more suspenseful like that.
You were given specific orders to hunt down and eliminate the target.
I killed a bunch of gangsters. I'm sure the Beantown police are a lot happier without.
Beantown!
Reckless my brown bean ass.
And yep, there we go. Where it belongs. We're then in a restaurant where another assassin named
Jet Bean
is hired by the same guy Killer Bean spoke to, and I cannot believe these are real words coming out of my mouth right now.
How long will you go for? A long time.
Oh my god, this voice acting.
It's the bill. You haven't paid in 3 months. You get back here and...
Bing Bao's eat food. Huh.
He say your food tastes like ass crack. What?
Oh man, this is too much.
Looking at the figures from our previous fiscal year.
Eggs. This guy here is Cappuccino, because he's a bean, get it? And he's like this mob boss running the city's gun and drug trade, which is very hard to take seriously when he is a bean who sounds like this.
It has become quite apparent to me that some of you do not value your job.
It is time to lay off a few beans!
Oh god, I'm sorry, don't hurt me, please.
My social security number is 346.
I have reason to believe that it was done by a bean named Killer Bean.
Can you imagine trying to record this line? I have no idea how any of the cast made it through the script.
Who sent him? Is it the Colombians? Is it the French? Trying to roast me?
This suggests the existence of an entire globe full of bean people with different nationalities. I am so invested in this lore. While Cappuccino orders Vegan to go and find Killer Bean, our hero is off doing his usual shtick. Oh shit, here we go! I don't know how any of this works, but I don't care, it's so cool. Look, I can make fun of Killer Bean all I want for being totally ridiculous, but the fight choreography is genuinely fantastic. We're reaching like Metal Man levels of fight scene here. Oh, that's how you know he's evil. He even litters. The detective later finds Killer Bean in a bar and joins him for a drink.
So my guess is, this belongs to you.
Well, it looks like you figured it all out.
Move out of the way, Batman. We've got a new world's greatest detective.
That's a nice gun. Wanna see mine?
No, he only just cracked the case.
How can I see it if you have it against the side of my head?
How on earth does he walk around with a brain that big? Anyways, after like 12 hours of intense pistol-related flirting...
I can take you down.
I would enjoy that.
Oh my god, get a room! The detective gives him the location of Cappuccino's main warehouse, so we can get another epic fight scene. But before he can do that...
Now, you mind if I go to the bathroom before I go?
But where is...
Sorry, it was a double flusher.
Who is Shadow?
My name is Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form.
We learn that Killer Bean works for Shadow Bean, which is a secret organization of bean assassins, and more importantly, I just realized that their mouths don't lead anywhere. They're just sitting on their face. What?
I have a really bad cold.
You don't have a nose!
You dropped into the wrong place.
This is beyond words. I'm speechless.
We're being attacked. I think it's Killer Bean.
How do you know?
Grenade! After he kills everyone, a bunch of special forces beans show up and give us their very long-winded backstory for absolutely no reason at all.
My squad has been with me through hell. I hand-selected them myself from the academy 10 years ago. All of them graduated with top honors. I led these beans through 3...
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I must have totally zoned out on you.
It genuinely takes less time for him to kill all of them than it did for us to listen where they came from.
Decaffeinated.
Okay, I was on the fence before, but now it's the greatest thing ever. The body count's not quite high enough just yet though, so Killer Bean guns down a few more guys just for good measure. Jason Bourne, who? Sadly, it seems Killer Bean's only weak spot is being exploded. Not that it keeps him down for very long. So here's our obligatory action movie interrogation scene, but I for one cannot wait to see how Killer Bean does it.
Oh, no you did not.
This seems rather out of character for Killer Bean. He's gone a whole minute without killing anybody.
How does it feel to be killed by your own gun?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Ah, there we go.
Vegan?
You're fired!
Decaffeinated.
Okay, so we learned that Vegan here used to work for the Shadow Beans, and that also his name is really Dark Bean, and I have no idea why I'm trying to explain to you the plot of a movie where beans have guns and shoot each other. I'm finding it hard to pay attention to anything you're saying because I'm too distracted by the reflection of Killer Bean in his glasses. Look at him go. So I guess the only person left that hasn't been shot in the head yet is that one guy we saw like 40 minutes ago at the restaurant. And so he decides to join in on the hunt. In the meantime, Killer Bean reflects on all of his sins. He then gets thrown in jail because apparently murdering like 50,000 beans will do that to you. Oh shit, there he is, boys!
Let me put it in a language you can understand. Oh, so sorry. No charm in here. You deliver. Wrong place.
He breaks into the police station with relative ease. And just like that, we're all squared up for the final battle. This is going to be amazing. Ah, it would appear that the Ragdoller has become the Ragdoll. Haha! Aha! He's worked out his weakness, hitting him back. Oh my god, yes, why is this actually so good? Ha! He hit him in the bean!
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Holy shit, dude, you fucking killed him. Somehow Killer Bean gets up yet again, despite probably having like 87 concussions by now. And the way that he finally kills him, now listen closely because you're gonna want to wrap your head around this one. He shoots a bullet into another bullet and reflects it off the casing after precisely calculating the exact geometric angle he would need to aim. What have I done? All these people I've killed.
Jet Bean is dead.
We can talk things over.
Oh, I'm coming in. But it won't be for talking.
And then off he goes into the sunset, never to be seen again.
Decaffeinated.
And that was Killer Bean Forever. One of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen in my entire life. I need some time to process all that. Killer Bean may not be the best movie ever made, but what it is very entertaining. And isn't that the most important thing? I mean, it's more than I can say for most of the films I've watched on this channel. What I'm so stumped on is, why are they beans? Like, the fact that every single character is a bean adds nothing to the plot, aside from like some puns here and there. Everything else in the world is regular human stuff, and then there's just beans. I guess it just must have been easier to animate. Who am I to question the director's artistic vision of beans? If you weren't already impressed with it though, here's a cool fact for you. You know that guy at the start, Jeff Liu? This entire hour-and-a-half long movie was all written, directed, and animated by him. One man. For 5 years. See, it turns out our good friend Jeff here was the lead animator for movies such as The Matrix Reloaded, which does actually explain a lot. Originally, he made a Killer Bean short film way back in the 90s to teach himself how to animate. You can tell that, he definitely got better over time. So then he made a full movie about it. And that's how he got Killer Bean Forever, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, how does one even begin to come up with an idea like this, let alone actually going out there and making it? Jeff Liu is a goddamn visionary. If you are understandably hungry for even more Killer Bean, then boy do I have some good news for you. Jeff is working on a Killer Bean series that's to be released right here on YouTube, and it's coming pretty soon actually. And in the meantime, there's a Killer Bean Let's Play series.
What's up, everybody? Killer Bean here, back in Far Cry 5.
Okay. I've known about this movie for a while, and I've always been curious about it. And I mean, can you really blame me with a title like Killer Bean? And yet, after finally watching it, I still don't think I understand it any better. At least the title makes sense now. Killer Bean Forever. Because it's an experience that will stay with you for the rest of your life. Okay, this end slate bit is getting pretty crowded. Let's see if I can do it. Make sure to check out my Twitter, P.O. Box, Patreon, our second channel, my private Snapchat. And with that, thanks for watching.